voices in my head, they counsel me, they understand, they talk to me.
It's the Viper 4567 here with my second part of the Attitude Era. This is WWF Survivor Series. So yeah, so this is the two of one basically. This is the second part of the Attitude Era I was going to do. So yeah, this is by far one of the worst pay-per-views I've ever seen in my fucking life. This was piss poor, like it was just badly run throughout the whole show. The tournament itself was piss poor, like there was no match that was actually probably extremely watchable. I think the fact that they done a 16 superstar tournament on one night is an absolute fucking joke. They could have had the last 16 round basically on a Raw. If they were going to do it that way, they could have had it on Raw. And the fact that Undertaker and Kane got a bye, which is absolutely, Mankind had to face a mystery partner, and Rock obviously wasn't going to face Triple H because of his injury. So it was just badly fucking run throughout the whole show. It was piss poor, and yeah, so on the lead up to this, Austin got his job back. Obviously, he held McMahon to ransom. Well, not ransom, but basically had a gun to his head, a fake gun, and basically pulled the trigger and said, Austin, bang, 316. And then McMahon said, 316 says, I just pissed my pants, so which was absolutely right. And it was Shane McMahon who got Austin back into the company on a 5-year contract and a guaranteed WWF Championship match. So, and where else is it? Then we first see McMahon and his lackeys. He is guaranteed a new WWF champion, and tonight will be the night you will never forget. He announces Mankind to the ring. He gave Mankind the WWF Hardcore Championship, I think a couple of weeks previous to that. This is obviously the first time we have seen the Hardcore title. Obviously, it's not, at this time it wasn't a 24-hour title, basically. And in between all this, Taker and Paul Bearer reunited the night after Judgment Day, and basically helping him bring up his Ministry of Darkness, and basically saying Kane is weak, he won't be able to do anything on his own. So the first match is Mankind versus the mystery opponent, which is Dwayne Gill, or aka Gilberg. Basically McMahon took the piss out of WCW basically with this. I think this match lasted 30 fucking seconds. It's an absolute fucking joke. An absolute fucking joke for this WWE Championship tournament. A straight up dud. Mankind wins with a double arm DDT and just pins him. So then you see Sable then talking about going to become the WWF Women's Champion, which is good for fucking her. I don't care about that. Next match then, Al Snow defeats Jarrett, which was that was just a crap match. It's just, the fact is, these matches were only a 10-minute time limit. So most of the matches, I think 2 out of the 6 or 7 matches that were in it went less than 7 or 8 minutes. So like it's just, this was Deborah McMichael's pay-per-view debut. She started managing them, I think, just after Judgment Day or something around that time anyway. So Al Snow then with a somersault from the steps. He had a leg drop, and then Jarrett hangs Snow on the ropes. Clothesline from Snow, drop kick from Jarrett, that gets 2. Nice ET from Snow, that gets 2. Jarrett hits Snow with head, but doesn't really affect him, and Snow hits Jarrett with head, and that gets the win. So not a bad match, but it was better than the Snow Mankind Gill match, and I'll give it half a star. Next then, Stone Cold Steve Austin defeats the Big Boss Man by disqualification in a shite match. And basically could be a dud if you want to give it, but I'm giving it a 1/4 star. They brought on the outside. Austin rams Boss Man into the steps. They show McMahon while the match is on. I just don't get why they do it during a match. Fucking idiots. Lou Fez press, and then the elbow gets 2. Boss Man then gets a low blow right in front of the referee, which I just don't get why you couldn't disqualify him. Clothesline from Austin. Bossman hits Austin with a nice 6, so that gets the DQ. I can get why they wanted to do this, the fact that it's to injure Austin and obviously get him out of the tournament, all that. I can get that, but the match was shit. Simple as that. No, I get the finish. I can understand Bossman and all them want to get Austin out of the tournament. That's fine, but the match was fucking shit. So, 1/4 star at the very most. Just moving over. Next match then, X-pac and Steve Regal both get counted out, which I just don't fucking get this whatsoever. I just don't. They obviously were trying to protect maybe Austin, maybe or something. Maybe Austin was. I just don't get it really. Austin could beat X-Pac or Regal within 2 minutes if they wanted to do it that way, but this is Steven Regal's pay-per-view debut, aka William Regal. Regal attacks X-Pac a couple of weeks ago on Raw, saying that American should not be the European champion, which, whatever you want to call it. Suplex from X-Pac gets 2, leg drop from X-Pac gets 2, knee to the face from Regal, cab hold from Regal, then a got rid suplex gets 2 for Steven Regal. Double arm suplex from the top, that gets 2, which was fucking beautiful. Spinning heel kick gets 2, Bronco Buster, and then suplex from X-Pac, both Regal and obviously X-Pac. Let's get into the McMahon's not happy, so he gets Sergeant Slaughter to go to the ring. So there's going to be a 5-minute sudden death overtime period, but X-Pac obviously can't continue, so Stone Cold gets a bye. See, this is what I'm saying. I'm going to give this half a star because it was actually a decent match. But I just don't get the fact that Austin gets a bye. Like, they could have screwed X-Pac. This was a badly run tournament. No, fair enough, this was all planned and all this shit, but it's just fucking useless. So yeah. Next then, Ken Shamrock defeats Goldust in another shit match. Spinning heel kick from Shamrock and a power slam. Russian leg sweep gets 2 for Shamrock, and then Bulldog from Goldust, shit looking Tony Piranha, and then a base belly, and then the ankle lock gets the win. So another okay match, a shit match basically. We see Michael Cole, and Austin has refused medical attention. So yeah, so another half a star match. The Rock then is supposed to take on Triple H. Patterson says Triple H can't fight, obviously because he's still injured, so they found a suitable replacement for Triple H, which is the Big Boss Man. And basically this match is over in 5 seconds maybe, because he comes in, he rolls in, then gets rolled up by the Rock, and that's it. So straight up dud. I just don't get this one bit. Like, this tournament was, WWE have not been known for good tournaments, simple as that. But this is by far one of the worst tournaments I've ever seen in my fucking life. I tell you one thing, like, some of the pay-per-views in the Attitude Era were fucking shit. Like, this is one of the examples of the Attitude Era, like, crap matches. But still, it was a great time to be a wrestling fan, but still, most of the pay-per-views fucking sucked. Like, 2000 and 2001 were probably the only times where you felt like the pay-per-views were meant something. Like, I think about 60% of the pay-per-views were excellent. So, and you think between 97 and 99, probably about 20% of the pay-per-views were probably good, or less even, so yeah, right. Next match then is we start the quarter finals. Undertaker defeats Kane in another shite match. Half a star again. I was going to give it a star, but it was just, so boring. Big boot from Kane. Taker rams Kane to the steps. Sidewalk slam then from Kane. Kane with a clothesline from the top there gets 2. Kane then with a choke slam. Bearer distracts Kane. Taker then with a tombstone. Bearer holds Kane's leg just for good measure. And that gets the win. Bad match. And then Kane, after match, Kane attacks the referee. They fight into the crowd too as well, which is good for them. I think after that, no, they don't actually. Sorry, they don't. That's later on in the show. Next then, Mankind defeats Austin. Well, an okay match. This match was a little bit better. I gave a star and a half. Clothesline from Snow, drop kick then from him as well. Snow hits Mankind with a chair in front of the referee. Yet again, that should be a disqualification. I just don't get why. Were they out of script or something? I don't know. Mankind drops Snow on the chair. McMahon is the one who stole Socko and put it on the head of Snow's head, obviously. Suplex from Mankind. Mankind fights Socko. Sit down powerbomb gets 2 for Snow, and then a double arm DDT for Mankind. Socko then for Mankind. Obviously the man with claw with Socko, that gets the win. So decent match, probably the best match of the night so far. So start the core. Next match then, The Rock defeats Ken Shamrock in another okay match. I gave it a star and a half. Thought it was pretty decent. Too many matches these two. I think that's like 12th match they've had this year. Probably on all together they probably had about 13 or 14 matches. Roughly, because if you include tag matches and stuff. Clothesline from The Rock, snap suplex from Shamrock. Shamrock rams Rock into the steps, and then a spinning heel kick, and then a Russian leg sweep gets 2. Running knee then from Shamrock. Bossman comes to ringside. Hanukkah Rana, and then the ankle lock, but Rock gets to the ropes. Sweet DDT then from The Rock. Rock goes to people's elbow, gets just basically almost 3. Base play then from Shamrock. Bossman goes to give Shamrock the nice stick, throws the nice stick, but Rock obviously, as an ex-football player, catches it, whacks Shamrock on the head with it, and that gets the win. So yeah, probably the best match so far of the pay-per-view, just slightly going past the Mankind match. Then we take a break from we have 2 normal matches, I think, basically. 2 Yeah. 2 normal. I don't get why we had other matches on the card, really, to be quite honest. I just think it was ridiculous. Sable defeats Jacqueline to win the Women's Championship. I'd give it a quarter star because it was absolutely fucking pathetic. There was way too many matches on this card, to be honest. Like, the longest match was the main event, which was 18 minutes. Like, I think 3 or 4 matches out of the whole, I think 15 matches that we had on this card went less than 10 minutes. So, went about 10 minutes. 5 matches, I think, at best. Or 4. Nice kick from Sable. TKO gets 2 from thanks to Mara dragging Jacqueline out. Sable goes low on Mara and then does the Sable Bomb. Shane O'Mac is the referee. So, Sable Bomb gets the win. Bad match. Next match, then, Mankind defeats Stone Cold Steve Austin. Goodish match. I gave it 2 stars. It might be it might be slightly overrated this one, but I liked it. Austin has Mankind with his shoe. Basically strips him, from his tuxedo and all that. And these lackeys come to ringside, running knee in the corner from Mankind. Lou Fez pressing in the elbow. Austin gives Briscoe and Patterson the meeting of the minds. Mankind backdrops Austin on the floor. Mankind and rams Austin into the steps and a double clothesline. Austin stumps the mud hole and walks it dry. Double arm DDT on the chair that gets 2. Austin hits a stunner. Man pulls the referee and hits him. Another stunner, then Shane comes out, counts 2, and then gives Austin the word. Austin's reaction is fucking priceless. Briscoe then hits Austin with the chair that gets the win. Shit ending to the match because the way Briscoe hit Austin with the chair was absolutely fucking pathetic. And it ruined the match really. It could have been a little bit more, but I gave it 2 stars. The crowd were very quiet though. They were very quiet. And obviously Austin chased McMahon out of the building basically. They went off in their limo and Austin goes off in some dude's car. So, yeah. Next match then, The Rock defeats Undertaker in an okay match, nothing special again. I gave it a star and 1/4. It wasn't really great. Taker rams Rock into the steps and then a clothesline from Taker. Rock gets caught in the ropes. Rock then backdrops Taker over the top to the floor. Simone dropping the Rock yet again. Bossman comes to the ring. Sweet DDT from the Rock. Rock goes low on Taker. Kane comes out and chokeslams Rock, and that obviously gets the disqualification. I'm actually going to change that from a star and 1/4 to a star. Because I can understand it gets Undertaker disqualified, but it's just ridiculous, just absolutely ridiculous. So yeah, again, another poor match on a poor show, and Taker and Kane fight out into the crowd, so yay. Next match, the New Age Outlaws and defeat the Headbangers and D'Lo Brown and Mark Henry in an okay match. Triple threat match to retain the tag titles. Not a crap match. Again, just another poor match. Gun clotheslines D'Lo, Mosh and springboard elbow on D'Lo. That gets 2. Sit down powerbomb from D'Lo on Road Dogg. Flapjack from the Headbangers. D'Lo then with a Hannah and Rana on Mosh from the top rope. Leg drop then from Henry on Road Dogg. Sky High from D'Lo on Gun. That gets 2. Slash from Mosh from Henry. That gets 2. Pile driver gets the win. So yeah, fucking boring. Austin. Right. So main event time. The Rock defeats Mankind in a good match to basically become the WWF champion. I thought this match was actually okay. I give it 2.5 stars. Second pipe. This and Christian, Takovich and Oko, 2 of the best matches on both cards basically. Vince and Shane are back. Bossman leaves. Lawler takes the piss out of WCW with that pay-per-view, but finishing early when the world they went over their time limit, which was fucking hilarious. Clothesline from the Rock that gets 2. Mankind rams the Rock into the steps. Vince and Shane comes to the ring. Suplex from the Rock. Rock with a suplex on the outside. Rock and Mankind fight into the crowd. Rock hits Mankind with a bin, which was funny. Running knee from Mankind. Mankind hits the Rock with a chair. It's basically no disqualification now, basically. Rock then hits the steps hits the chair into the steps of Mankind. Mankind goes low. Cactus elbow on the Rock from the apron. Mankind then with a leg drop and drop. They don't go through the announcer's table. Nice EDC from the Rock. Mankind comes off the second rope. Rock gets out of the way. He goes through the Spanish announcer's table. People's elbow gets 2 for the Rock. Double arm TDT from Mankind. Mankind with Socko on Rock, but the Rock gets the Rock bottom that gets 2. Rock goes for the sharpshooter. McMahon calls the bell. So basically another Montreal screw job at the Survivor Series. Mankind says the people screw the people. Rock hates the people. Rock says the people can kiss my ass. Mankind does not get what happened. So Rock gives him another rock bottom basically. Yeah. So Austin comes out, stuns the Rock and Mankind basically. McMahon and Shane run to a higher ground basically. So yeah. So yeah, so overall this pay-per-view was absolutely fucking pathetic. Worse, I think, it's worse than Judgment Day because due to the fact there was at least 7 or 8 more matches, or maybe 6 or 7 more matches. Like, they had 4 or 5 matches way too much. The fact is the tournament did not fucking work. See, WWF, even though, like, if you're going into something like this, you really think this is going to be good, because think there's so many matches, you can only have so many minutes for a match. So I don't get why WWF done this. They could have just had a fatal 4-way maybe between 4 contenders, whatever. It would have been a hell of a lot better, but sure. Look, it's WWF. So yeah, so I'm going to give it a 1.75. The worst rating I've ever given a pay-per-view. The worst I've given is 2, so 1.75 is probably the worst I've ever given any pay-per-view in the history of my reviewing of wrestling shows. So yeah, so this was the second part of the Attitude Era I was going to do. I'm going to do Capital Carnage next week, and then I'll finish 98 with Rock Bottom. So yeah, so this is the Vibe of 4567, guys. I'll talk to you soon, and I will see you guys in the next video. So take it easy, guys.